Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here today. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to learn something super practical and useful: how to talk about your daily routine in English. Now, I know what you're thinking. Daily routines? That sounds boring. But trust me, this is one of the most important topics you can learn. Why? Because we talk about our daily activities every single day. When you meet new friends, when you have a job interview, or even when you're just chatting with your coworkers, you need to know how to describe what you do every day. So today, I'm going to tell you the story of 3 different people and their daily routines. We'll learn vocabulary, phrases, and expressions that you can use immediately. And the best part? I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along easily. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let me introduce you to Emma. Emma is a 28-year-old teacher who lives in New York City. Emma is what we call a morning person. That means she loves mornings and has lots of energy in the early hours. Let me tell you about Emma's typical morning. Emma's morning routine. Emma's alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. Now, goes off is a phrasal verb we use for alarms. We don't say the alarm rings. We say the alarm goes off. So the alarm goes off at 5:30 and Emma wakes up immediately. She doesn't hit the snooze button. Do you know what a snooze button is? It's that button on your alarm that gives you 10 more minutes of sleep. But not Emma. She jumps out of bed right away. The first thing Emma does is she stretches. She reaches her arms up high, touches her toes, and moves her neck from side to side. This helps her body wake up. Then she makes her bed. Making your bed means you arrange your sheets, blankets, and pillows neatly. Emma believes that if you start your day by making your bed, you've already accomplished something. Next, Emma heads to the bathroom. Heads to means goes to. It's a very common expression. In the bathroom, she brushes her teeth for 2 full minutes. She uses an electric toothbrush. After brushing her teeth, she washes her face with cold water. The cold water helps her feel more awake and refreshed. Then comes Emma's favorite part of the morning, her shower. She takes a quick shower, about 10 minutes. She washes her hair, uses conditioner, and sings her favorite songs. Yes, Emma loves singing in the shower. After her shower, she dries herself with a towel and applies moisturizer to her skin. Now it's time to get dressed. Emma opens her closet and picks out her outfit for the day. She usually wears comfortable clothes because she's a teacher and she moves around a lot. Today, she chooses a blue blouse and black pants. She puts on her clothes and then she does her makeup. Just some light makeup, nothing too heavy. She applies some foundation, a little blush on her cheeks, and some mascara on her eyelashes. By now, it's 6:30 a.m., and Emma goes to the kitchen to prepare breakfast. She's very health conscious, which means she cares a lot about eating healthy food. She makes herself a smoothie with bananas, strawberries, spinach, and almond milk. She also prepares overnight oats. That's oatmeal that you prepare the night before and eat cold in the morning. While she eats breakfast, she scrolls through the news on her phone and checks her emails. At 7 a.m., Emma packs her lunch for work. She makes a salad with chicken, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and a light dressing. She puts it in a container and places it in her bag. She also packs some snacks, an apple and some almonds. Finally, at 7:15 a.m., Emma grabs her bag, puts on her coat, and heads out the door. She walks to the subway station. Her commute to work takes about 30 minutes. Key vocabulary review. Let me quickly review the important words and phrases from Emma's morning. Wake up or get up. Hit the snooze button. Stretch. Make the bed. Brush your teeth. Wash your face. Take a shower. Get dressed. Put on clothes. Do your makeup. Prepare or make breakfast. Pack lunch. Head out. Leave. Now let's meet David. David is a 35-year-old software engineer who works from home. His daily routine is very different from Emma's because he doesn't have to commute to an office. David's workday. David wakes up at 7 a.m., a bit later than Emma. The first thing he does is he checks his phone. I know, many experts say this is a bad habit, but David likes to see if he has any urgent messages from his team. His company has offices in different time zones, so sometimes there are messages from colleagues in Europe or Asia. After checking his phone for just 5 minutes, David gets out of bed and goes straight to the kitchen. He turns on his coffee maker. David can't function without coffee. We use this expression, can't function, to mean someone can't work properly or think clearly without something. So David needs his coffee. While the coffee is brewing means the coffee is being made, David goes to brush his teeth and wash his face. Then he comes back to the kitchen, pours himself a large cup of coffee, and sits down at the kitchen table. For breakfast, David keeps it simple. He makes scrambled eggs and toast. Scrambled eggs are eggs that you mix together and cook in a pan until they're soft and fluffy. He puts butter on his toast and sometimes adds some jam. He eats breakfast while watching a YouTube video or listening to a podcast. At 8 a.m., David's workday officially begins. He walks to his home office. It's actually his spare bedroom that he converted into an office. He sits down at his desk, opens his laptop, and logs into his computer. Logs into means he enters his password and starts using the computer. The first thing David does for work is he checks his calendar. He looks at all his meetings for the day. Today he has 3 meetings, one at 9 a.m., one at 1 p.m., and one at 4 p.m. He also checks his to-do list to see what tasks he needs to complete. From 8:30 to 9 a.m., David reviews code that his teammates wrote. This is called a code review. He reads through their work and gives them feedback. At 9 a.m., he joins his first video call. It's a team stand-up meeting where everyone shares what they're working on. The meeting lasts 30 minutes. During meetings, David takes notes on his notepad. Taking notes helps him remember important information. After the meeting, David works on his main project. He's developing a new feature for his company's app. He writes code, tests it, and fixes bugs. A bug in programming is an error or problem in the code. David works with intense focus for about 2 hours. At 11:30 a.m., David takes a break. This is very important when you work from home. You need to take breaks. He stands up from his desk, stretches his legs, and walks around his apartment. He does some simple exercises, jumping jacks, push-ups, and squats. This helps him stay active since he sits all day. At 12 p.m., it's lunchtime. David goes to the kitchen and prepares lunch. Today, he's making a sandwich: turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and mayo on whole wheat bread. He also cuts up some vegetables, carrots and bell peppers, and eats them with hummus. He fills up a glass with water and adds some lemon slices. David eats lunch while watching a TV show. He gives himself a full hour for lunch because he believes in work-life balance. After eating, he washes the dishes and cleans up the kitchen. At 1 p.m., he's back at his desk for his second meeting. This one is with his manager. They discuss his progress on the project, and his manager gives him some new assignments. This meeting lasts 45 minutes. From 1:45 to 4 p.m., David continues coding. He also responds to emails and messages on Slack. Slack is a communication tool that many companies use. When his colleagues have questions, he answers them. At 4 p.m., David has his final meeting of the day with the design team. They're planning a new feature together. This meeting is more creative and fun. They brainstorm ideas and sketch out concepts. Brainstorm means to think of many ideas together as a group. The meeting ends at 5 p.m., and David spends the last hour of his workday wrapping up. Wrapping up means finishing your work for the day. He writes down what he accomplished today and makes a plan for tomorrow. He also makes sure all his files are saved and backed up. At 6 p.m., David logs off. He closes his laptop and officially ends his workday. This is important when you work from home. You need to clearly end your work time or else you'll work too much. Key vocabulary review. Important work-related expressions. Work from home, remote work. Log in, log off. Check your calendar. Join a meeting, join a call. Take notes. Take a break. Work-life balance. Wrap up. Respond to emails. Brainstorm. Finally, let me tell you about Maria. Maria is a 42-year-old nurse who works at a hospital. She works long shifts, and her evenings are all about relaxation and spending time with her family. Maria's evening routine. Maria gets home from work at 6:30 p.m. She's exhausted. Exhausted means extremely tired. The first thing she does is take off her shoes. She leaves them by the door and puts on her comfortable slippers. Then she takes off her nurse uniform and changes into casual clothes, sweatpants, and a soft t-shirt. Maria's husband, Carlos, is already home, and he started making dinner. They share the household chores, which means they divide the work of taking care of the house. Today, Carlos is cooking pasta with vegetables, and Maria joins him in the kitchen to help. She chops the vegetables while he boils the pasta. They work together as a team. While they cook, they chat about their day. Chat is an informal word for talk. Maria tells Carlos about her patients at the hospital, and Carlos shares stories from his day at the office, where he works as an accountant. At 7:00 p.m., dinner is ready. They set the table. Set the table means to put out plates, forks, knives, spoons, and glasses. Their two children, Sophia, age 10, and Miguel, age 7, come to the table. The whole family sits down together for dinner. This is Maria's favorite time of day, family dinner time. They have a rule: no phones at the dinner table. They talk to each other instead. The kids tell their parents about school, and everyone shares the best part of their day. They laugh together and enjoy the meal. After dinner, the family clears the table together. Everyone brings their plates to the kitchen. Maria and Carlos wash the dishes, while Sophia and Miguel dry them with a towel and put them away. Working together makes the chore go faster. At 7:45 p.m., it's homework time for the kids. Sophia and Miguel sit at the dining room table and do their homework. Maria helps Sophia with her math problems, and Carlos helps Miguel practice his reading. Maria is very patient with her children, even though she's tired from work. While the kids finish their homework, Maria throws in a load of laundry. Throws in a load of laundry means she puts dirty clothes in the washing machine and starts it. She'll move them to the dryer later before bed. At 8:30 p.m., homework is done. Now it's family time. Sometimes they watch a family movie together. Sometimes they play board games. Tonight, they decide to watch a nature documentary. They all sit on the couch together with some popcorn that Carlos pops in the microwave. At 9 p.m., it's bedtime for the kids. Maria goes upstairs with Sophia and Miguel. They brush their teeth, put on their pajamas, and get into bed. Maria reads them a bedtime story. Tonight, it's a story about a brave princess who saves her kingdom. After the story, she kisses them goodnight, turns off the lights, and closes the door softly. Now Maria finally has some time for herself. She goes back downstairs, and she and Carlos spend some quality time together. Quality time means time when you give someone your full attention. They sit on the couch and talk, or sometimes they watch their favorite TV show together. At 10 p.m., Maria starts her bedtime routine. She goes to the bathroom and removes her makeup with a cleansing wipe. Then she washes her face with a gentle cleanser and puts on night cream. She also takes a moment to do some skincare. She uses a serum and eye cream because taking care of her skin makes her feel good. Maria changes into her pajamas and takes the laundry out of the dryer. She folds the clean clothes and puts them in the laundry basket to put away tomorrow. At 10:30 p.m., Maria gets into bed. She sets her alarm for 5:30 a.m. because she has an early shift tomorrow. Before sleeping, she reads a book for about 20 minutes. Reading helps her relax and forget about the stress of the day. She reads a mystery novel. She loves trying to figure out who committed the crime. At 11 p.m., Maria turns off her bedside lamp and goes to sleep. She needs her rest because tomorrow is another busy day. Evening and nighttime expressions. Get home. Arrive home. Take off clothes or shoes. Change into. Make dinner. Cook dinner. Set the table. Clear the table. Do the dishes. Wash the dishes. Do homework. Do laundry. Quality time. Bedtime routine. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Now that we've heard 3 complete daily routines, let me teach you some really useful phrases for talking about your own routine. Time expressions. When we talk about routines, we use specific time expressions. In the morning, I exercise in the morning. In the afternoon, I eat lunch in the afternoon. In the evening, I relax in the evening. At night, I read at night. We also use first. First, I wake up. Then, next, after that, then I brush my teeth. Finally, or lastly, I go to bed. Frequency adverbs. These words tell us how often we do something. Always, 100%. I always brush my teeth before bed. Usually, 80 to 90%. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Often, 60 to 70%. I often go to the gym. Sometimes, 40 to 50%. I sometimes work late. Rarely, 10 to 20%. I rarely eat fast food. Never, 0%. I never skip breakfast. Useful phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very common when we talk about daily routines. Wake up, to stop sleeping. Get up, to rise from bed. Get dressed, to put on clothing. Put on, to place clothing on your body. Take off, to remove clothing. Turn on, to start a device. Turn off, to stop a device. Pick up, to collect something. Drop off, to deliver something. Calm down, to relax. Wind down, to relax at the end of the day. Practice sentences. Let me give you some example sentences you can adapt for yourself. I wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays, but I sleep in on weekends. Sleep in means to wake up later than usual. After breakfast, I get ready for work. Get ready means to prepare yourself. My commute takes about 30 minutes. Commute is your journey from home to work. I grab a quick lunch at noon. Grab a quick lunch means to eat lunch quickly. I wind down by watching TV before bed. Wind down means to relax. Wow, we covered so much today. We learned about Emma's energetic morning routine, David's work-from-home schedule, and Maria's family-focused evening routine. We also learned tons of vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and expressions. Now, Here's your homework. Yes, I'm giving you homework, but fun homework. I want you to practice in 3 ways. First, write down your own daily routine in English. Start with I wake up at and describe your entire day. Don't worry about making mistakes, just practice. Second, record yourself speaking about your routine. You can use your phone. Listen to it and notice where you can improve. Third, try to use at least 5 new phrases from today's lesson in your own sentences. Remember, learning English is like building muscle. You need to practice regularly. Just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. If you found this lesson helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more English learning content. Leave a comment below and tell me, what time do you wake up? What's your favorite part of your daily routine? Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.